Hello and welcome to Hands On Archives, where we take brief close up looks at the records in our collection, talk about their physical qualities, their provenance, and their content. Today, in honor of Pi Day, we've got the infamous Indiana Pi Bill, better known as House Bill 246 of 1897, a bill introducing a new mathematical truth. So the idea of this bill is that it would change the value of pi from 3.14 infinite non-repeating digits to a much simpler 3.2 and make calculation much easier. It was submitted by Representative Taylor Record of New Harmony. However, it was authored by Dr. Edwin Johnston Goodwin of his constituency near New Harmony. Dr. Goodwin was a trained physician and an educated man. However, none of his background was explicitly in mathematics, which might be why he felt like he could overturn thousands of years of geometry and redefine the value of pi. The bill was approved by the House. It was actually not just approved by the House, but sent to both the Committee on Canals and the Committee for Education. They both reviewed it favorably, did not suggest any changes. It is the opinion of myself and most people that they simply couldn't understand the bill well enough to critique it, which you might get a sense of if we take a look at some of the original text here. So let's look here at section 1. It has been found that a circular area is to the square on a line equal to the quadrant of the circumference as the area of an equilateral rectangle is to the square on one side. The diameter employed as the linear unit according to the present rule in computing the circle's area is entirely wrong, as it represents the circle's area 1 1/5 times the area of a square whose perimeter is equal to the circumference of the circle. This is because 1/5 of the diameter fails to be represented 4 times in the circle's circumference. For example, if we multiply the perimeter of a square by 1/4 of any of line 1/5 greater than one side, we can in like manner make the square's area to appear 1/5 greater than the fact, as is done by taking the diameter for the linear unit instead of the quadrant of the circle's circumference. So, you have to keep in mind that many people in this era, our representatives would have had an 8th grade education at highest. Representative Record was a farmer. Hardly any of them, none of them, had a background in advanced mathematics. So, like I said, the bill was approved by the House, 2 committees in the House. It was sent to the Senate. It was also referred to the Committee on Temperance in the Senate, and was reported favorably from them. So it was on the verge of being approved in the Senate as well. Fortunately, just before that was to happen, Professor C.A. Waldo of Purdue was visiting the State House to secure appropriations for the university, and he was able to explain to the senators why it didn't make any sense to pass this bill. So it did not, it was indefinitely postponed at that stage. You can see that there. And it did not pass, thankfully. Dr. Goodwin continued to push this theory here and there. He does seem to have been a true believer in the theory. This wasn't some sort of scam. He just had an outsized appreciation of his own skills at mathematics. But that's all we have for you today. Join us next time for a new record.